Welcome back to my channel. My name is Eileen. I am the owner of VeerUp, which is an HR career consultants firm. And today we're going to talk about the scam that's going on with Indeed. I'm going to show you a video and then we're going to come back and talk about it, because there was a young lady applying for a whole bunch of jobs on Indeed, and one of the employers scammed her out of $3,000. I want to show you the video and then we're going to come back and talk about it. But please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and please share.
One woman thought she nailed her interview. She realized her potential employer was actually a thief.
How about that? Yeah. She contacted our investigator, Amy Davis, when she discovered the fraudster had stolen thousands of dollars from her online. Amy's with us now, so you don't fall for the same thing. Amy, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, because it could be easy for anybody to fall for this. Karen Miller and her new husband, Matt, they're supposed to be on their honeymoon in Dubai right now, but their big trip was canceled after their honeymoon funds were all stolen.
I done filled out over 75 job applications in Houston, Texas. 75, okay? And I'm just trying to get a job.
In this now viral video, Karen Miller took to TikTok to warn others about what happened to her. After a great first interview with the company she found on Indeed, Karen was invited for a second virtual interview.
So I thought it was legit, and everything that they were explaining to me seemed legit. I had to fill out a paper for my payroll. All of that seemed legit.
Then things went south.
We were on Zoom, and then we switched to Microsoft Teams, and they asked me to continue to click different links because their website was down on their end.
While waiting, the employer asked her to pay for her background check.
So in doing that, I used my Cash App, and that's how they got in, and my Cash App was still open on my computer.
It appears that when clicking the different links as instructed, Karen was actually allowing someone to hack into her computer.
And then an hour later, I realized all of our honeymoon fund was actually gone. $3,500.
They are trying new tactics, getting more creative.
Leah Napoliello with the Houston Better Business Bureau says job scams are up. A few red flags, a high-paying job, but the tasks seem easy. Job materials look unprofessional with spelling errors, and your research of the company comes up empty.
You can't find when they started or anything aside from what they have placed on their own website, then that is concerning.
Scammers did send Karen a company website, but it's gone now. The money she lost, also gone, and she still doesn't have a job. Still, Karen and Matt say they won't let the bad news get them down.
These are my bouquets for my bridesmaids.
They got married this past weekend and are making the best out of Matt's week off.
We really trust in everything happens for a reason. So honestly, even though that we won't be able to go on a honeymoon, we're going to make the best of it by just staying home and taking care of house things.
So, of course, Karen immediately contacted Cash App. They told her that they can't get her money back. We asked Indeed what they're doing to stop scammers from using their site to target job seekers, but no one from Indeed responded to us. So if something like this happens to you, you should immediately file a police report, because that's theft. And then you can also report it to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center and obviously let your bank know about it. Sometimes, a fraction percentage of the time, when you report it quick enough, sometimes your bank, it hasn't gone through yet. You know, I mean, hers was like...
We've heard so many times not to pay people during this process, but I think the thing that definitely stands out to me is when I think about a big company like Indeed, I'm just assuming that they vetted all of these companies.
Right.
And obviously, if she got that link through there, there's a hole in that system, and how are they going to address it? You can go get help on their website. They'll tell you stuff, but they haven't even answered you back. So
and this
what
is
does that
the
say?
second time in a week that I'd heard of people clicking on links that somebody told them to click on, allowing somebody into their computer. So don't click on those links.
Feel for her. Karen's got a great attitude about it all.
She does. Hopefully she gets a job soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't assume they're all legit on those job searching sites.
Yeah, wow. You know, that's a lot of money. And my heart just goes out to that young lady and her husband now. Some of the things they did talk about, things that you can look out for. But for me, I always go on jobs to, send to my clients, and I check out each and every company before I send it to a client. So there's some things that they didn't say that you definitely can help you to spot a scam. And I also have a few videos about remote jobs that are scammed on my YouTube channel, so check those out. But the first one you need to look for when you're applying for jobs on Indeed is when they send you a message check out the company on LinkedIn. That's the first thing that I do. I check on Google and to see how long the company has been around, if there are any reviews. That is a red flag. And I can tell you, I was looking for recruiting jobs for a client, and I came across this one company, and I sent her the link. And what's interesting that the company's name changed, but within the time that I sent it to her, and it was only within a couple of months, it was a totally different company. So that's a red flag as well. And another thing you can look out for, so let's just say you get a invite or an email to interview. And so when you interview, the people who are interviewing you only have their first name. That's a red flag because they don't want you to go look them up. That is, and I think the applicant on Indeed said that they had her clicking on things during that interview. That's a red flag as well. So if they interview really quickly, and when you do an interview, they only have their first name, because I can remember when I did an interview maybe a year ago, the screen was blank. Their name was up there, their first name, but not their last name. And I thought it was weird because my camera was on, but theirs was not. So that was a red flag right there. I never pursued that position. I deleted any emails that came from that company. And another thing is, once you do an interview and they send you information on background checks, and you have to pay for a background check, and that's a red flag. Well, if they send you a information to do a background check, make sure you look up the company that's doing a background check. And 99% of the time, you can find them if they're legit. But if it's a company that doesn't have a website, you can't find anything about them, don't do that background check because it could be a scam. And another way you can find it if it's a scam is if they interview you really, really quickly and make you an offer. That's a sign that it could be a fake company, because most people have a interviewing process that takes anywhere between 2 to 3 or 4 weeks. But if they interview you on Tuesday and they're making you an offer on Wednesday, that could be a scam. So one of the things I noticed is that Indeed does not really vet these companies really well. Because the reason why I say that is because when I was starting out with my company, I posted jobs looking for people to help me with my company. And the only thing they did was ask me for my email and then sent a confirmation to my email. And as long as I had a credit card to pay for the posting of the position, that was it. They did not do a check about who I am or what company I'm with, nothing. So that's something you do definitely have to be aware of, that Indeed does not really vet those companies. So one website I will tell you that vet their companies really, really well is FlexJob. Now, I'm not promoting FlexJob, but I will tell you that in order to post on their website, it has to be a legitimate company that they have done the research and the job is legit. So just so you know. So another way that you can tell that a company is a scam is the amount of money they're going to pay you. If this is an administrative job or and it's not in sales, and they tell you that your income is unlimited, that is a red flag. And there are some jobs that are out there, but believe me, if it's like an entry-level position or it's this company that you've never heard of and they tell you got to make 100 or 200,000, that's a red flag. And another thing that I noticed is that certain job titles come with a lot of scam on Indeed. Like if you are a administrative assistant and it's remote, or if you are clerical or recruiter, some of those jobs you really have to really do your job and do the research, because those are jobs that are high demand, secretary, anything that's administrative and you're working from home, those jobs you definitely want to make sure you do the research. Those are things that Indeed really doesn't talk about in the article, but those are things that you definitely can look for to keep your eye out for scam. Because anytime someone asks you for money or to give you, you pay for it with PayPal, that's a red flag, because you are the applicant. You shouldn't pay for anything. Even if a recruiter reaches out to you and they ask you to pay, that's something that I never advise my clients, to do, because why should you pay for someone to look for a job for you and you can do it? Now, if they're asking for money up front, that's a red flag. However, some recruiters will say that if they find you a job, then you only pay a percentage of the job, but typically they request that fee from the employer. So just know that there are so many different scams out there, because they know that people are looking for a job, and especially if you're trying to work from home, you just want to do your research. So I really hope this video helped you. And until next time, I will see you later. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye.